My name is Memo and today I'm gonna be talking about my skills and my life plan. Okay, but to start, what do my skills are? One of my skills is painting. Painting is a visual art that involves adding pigment to a surface to make something. In my case, I'm not very good at painting people, so I'll use to draw flowers or animals. For example, I can paint this sunflower and this fox. It's something where I am very good, but it's not something where I spend a lot of time. In the other hand, football is one of the things I do the most. I cannot exactly do football, but I can watch it, play it, and do it as a hobby. Never recording a video again. I'm also very good at mathematics. I can solve logical problems very faster and easy. I don't know how to prove that, but you can ask anybody and they're gonna tell you I'm right. I'm very good at multiplications, divisions, and everything that has to do with numbers, and maybe letters. What is a life plan? A life plan is a specific guide that you create in order to achieve different goals and objectives. My life plan has different goals depending on what kind of a specific thing I'm talking about and what specific time I'm talking about too. So let's start with, for my personal goals, I want to develop more abilities that can help me to reach other kind of goals. For example, I want to become more patient and maybe develop more communication skills as I'm not the best in these areas. In the medium term, I want to become a person with well-developed personal skills. So I want to become more independent and to know how to deal more properly with my personal problems. Finally, in the long term, I want to be a more grown person. I want to be more mature without losing my personal interests, and I also want to become completely independent. Family goals. Okay, in the short term, I want to stay close to my family and receive their support. I also want to continue my friendships and also be open to get new ones. In the medium term, I want to stay close to my family but also become more independent. I also want to have clear what kind of friendships I want to have in my life and maybe get to know different kind of experiences. Finally, in the long term, I want to start my own family while still spending time with my parents whenever it's possible. Now let's talk about educational goals. In the short term, I just want to finish middle school, finish high school, and enter to university. In the medium term, I want to prepare myself academically so I can study architecture and become a better person with different skills. Finally, in the long term, I expect to complete my professional education and to be completely prepared in my career. Now let's talk about labor or job goals. In the short term, I don't expect to work, but I want to help my parents in different tasks so I can achieve different abilities that will help me in the future. In the medium term, I expect to get my first job and then I can gain experience and then develop different work skills. In the long term, I would like to become a very good, well-prepared architect and also work in big projects and maybe start my own company. Finally, there's the affective area. In the short term, I don't know if I want to have a partner yet, but I want to establish healthy relationship with the people I know. In the medium term, I want to have a partner and establish concrete relationships with others. In the long term, I want to start a family, get married, and maybe have kids. Maybe. To achieve these goals, I know I have to work hard, be responsible, and keep learning every day. This process may take between 5 and 15 years, but with effort and dedication, I believe I can achieve my goals. What influenced me on the creation of my life plan were my family, who has always been an important part of my life, my friends and teachers who are always there to teach me different interesting things. Finally, my personal experiences, my likes and dislikes, and everything I have seen since I was a kid. To conclude, I can say that I have a lot of likes, dislikes, and interests that help me to create a life plan. But I think that if I put all my effort in what I do, I can achieve easily my goals. And that's all the video.